Say, good evening, sir. They say, what are the reasons for the temptations of Jesus? Number two, they say, what's the significance of this temptation in his ministry?
What is the significance of the temptation of Jesus? 1. 2. What is the significance of that temptation in his ministry? Very simple. The temptation of Jesus shows 3 significance. Okay, you see, number 1, God is trying to tell us, in my program, in my kingdom, according to my principles, I don't unveil a man until I approve the man, and I don't approve a man until I test the man. Do you get it now? That is why don't bother about who has gone ahead of you 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. See, you just wait for the hand of God to come. If his hand come today, you can overtake today. It doesn't take anything for you to overtake crowd. What it takes is only his hand. Look at Elijah. Elijah was praying. He said, go and check until they told him, I see a cloud in heaven like a hand. He said, hey. He went and go and tell Ahab, run, pray will beat you. We understood that Elijah was actually waiting for the hand of God. When the hand came, what happened? Elijah, Ahab the king, with his horses and chariot on speed. That's 1 Kings 18, verse 46. Verse 46 says, the moment this hand of the Lord landed upon the head of Elijah, he outran the horses and chariot of Ahab unto their destination, the gate of Jezreel.
Yes, sir.
But why the delay? Why the process? If his hands can take you anywhere swiftly, why the delay? So that you will learn the way of failure, so that you will learn the way of humility, so that you will not learn the way of hunger, so that you will learn the way of pain, so that you will learn the way of mockery, so that you will learn the way of rejection, so that you will learn the way of betrayal. Are you getting me now? Yeah. So that when you now grow, when you now come there, you will arrive there with character. You arrive there how? With character. So the process builds character, but it's not the process that takes you there. It's his hand. You will see something this year. Because this hand, I am feeling this hand. It will soon pick us. And that's why people begin to say, listen. So the process is building character. That's why I say, as you are building character, if you are not building character in the process, you are actually not part of the process. You are just here physically, but you are not part of the process. And that is why when the hand will come, the hand will not pick you, even though you are among us. And that's when we will know that you have not, though you were with us, but you were never with us. As John told the church of this in 1 John chapter 4, he said they left because they were not with us. Even though they were with us, they were never with us. It will separate. So the purpose of process is to build character. If you are not building character, meaning you are not growing.
Yes, sir.
The purpose of process is to grow you, groom you. If you are not growing, you are not part of. Though you were part of the process, but you are not really part of the process. When the lifting will come, the hand will not pick you. That is how it is. So Jesus, this is what God wants to prove to us. So God is trying to say, if my only begotten son, as I brought him here to start ministry, I didn't exempt him in this process of this, meaning no man of God will beat this process. So that's the third thing we learn. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. No matter how great the vision, the anointing is, you can't beat the process. You can't beat the process. So just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. So now the temptation signify 1, the loss of the eyes, the loss of the flesh, and the pride of life. So let's start. If you are the Son of God, turn this stone to bread, that you may eat. Loss of the flesh. Jesus resisted it. The next one is showing the beauty of this world. If you bow down and worship me, I will give you all these things. The loss of the eye. Jesus overcame him. Man, he said, you shall not bow before any God but God. The third one, he took him to the highest mountain in the city of Jerusalem and said, if you leave yourself here, as general that you are, the Bible says angels will pick you. They are here to serve you. Pride of life. Pride of life. If Jesus had said, I will show you I'm the King of Kings, he will have died now. That is the death. That's the end. But he said, hey, get thee behind me, for it is also written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord your God.
Yes, sir.
So now, based on the first answer I gave, the significance of this temptation in his ministry is what I said before. Process. To build him, to mold him, to remold him, to make him strong and reliable so that God can go and sleep. If God will give you a ministry and go and sleep, you must pass through this process. If not so, you mess up. The glory and the fame and the wealth that is in ministry, if you don't pass through process, you disappoint God. You disappoint God. You disappoint God. Did you watch recent JRZ 2026 conference? You see how the whole pastors in Umuahia came with the people that knew when he started. He was crying. He was crying. They came to honor him. They brought a portrait. Say, we have come to recognize you as our own, because you grew before us. So, and even though they say a prophet is not honored in his country, they say, not we. No, not we. Not we. Now, a woman, old woman, mommy, when they finished, she was the last to collect mic among the ministers. She called herself Apostle somebody. She said, I have never seen him. This is my first time to see him. In fact, she can't even speak English. She is Igbo. So that she see him only in Inyo, meaning television. He said, but they called her from abroad and said, this man, young man that rose from your community, how far? She said, I honestly have never seen him, but I have partook from his blessing. What was that? She said she was at home one day. Protocols came. Said, mommy, we have a message for you from JRZ. JRZ? Do you watch television? When she came outside, car, brand new car, the boot filled with food stocks. Said, this is for you. That's what he did to all the ministers. How old is he? The hand of God. Somebody say the hand of God. You see, how old? If he didn't pass through process, when this glory come, he will mess up big time.
Yes, sir.
That is the reason for the process. So if you can't pass through the process, even God won't trust you with the glory. This is the significance.